If you want to get bigger and build muscle, you need to commit to bulking for at least 6 months, especially if it's your first bulk. Bulking simply means eating in a calorie surplus, which means consuming more calories than you use. But this doesn't mean eating everything in sight. We want to do it in a healthy way. A healthy calorie surplus is a max of around extra 500 calories on top of what your maintenance is. Eating even more calories is going to be a bit beneficial, but you're going to gain a lot more fat mass. But if you're okay with that and you're also trying to drive up your strength, then you can eat a larger amount. In this video, I'm going to outline my diet when I bulked, keeping in mind I bulked for a year and I managed to put on around 15 kilograms. In my bulking diet, I was trying to be as healthy as possible. So I was avoiding junk foods and processed foods and focusing on getting the right amount of protein and enough calories. In terms of protein, I was aiming for about double body weight in kilograms. So starting out, this was around 150 grams. So let's get straight into the diet. Firstly, for breakfast, I would have a bowl of oats with a spoon of peanut butter. Oats are a good source of energy, and peanut butter is a good source of protein. Nice and simple. Then I'd have my second breakfast, 5 scrambled eggs. We all know eggs are very nutritious and a good source of protein. So this was a very simple and effective way for me to get my protein in. In the morning, some extra things I'd also have is 1 banana, a handful of almonds, and a piece of dark chocolate. A banana is good for energy, almonds are very nutritious, and dark chocolate is very good for your circulation and is going to help with your workouts and recovery. Then, moving on to lunch, my lunch would be about half a cup of rice, 4 chicken drumsticks, and some spinach. So we've got carbs, we've got veg, and we've got a good amount of protein. I chose spinach in particular because it's very nutritious again and a good source of iron, which is going to help your energy levels. Then I would move on to the second lunch, and I would have 8 slices of toast and peanut butter. This is around 1,000 calories. So obviously this is a very easy way to get your calories in, but you're also getting a good amount of protein from the peanut butter. And I would opt for whole meal bread as opposed to white bread, just because it's going to be slightly healthier. Then I'd have dinner, which I would have double of what I had for lunch. So I'd have a full cup of rice and around 6 chicken drumsticks. So we're getting a good amount of protein. I'd also mix in some veg, and then we got the carbs on the side. So in a day, I'd go through a whole pack of chicken drumsticks, which is about 1 kilo. So just from the chicken alone, I know I'm getting around 170 to 180 grams of protein. And that's just the chicken alone. Then on top of that, obviously I have the other foods like the eggs, the porridge, and the toast and peanut butter. So I knew I was getting a good amount of protein in. Calories wise, in total, this diet was between 4,500 and 5,000 calories. That is a lot of calories, but I feel like I needed that energy. I was playing American football 3 times a week. On top of that, I was doing my own training. And obviously I was studying at the time, so I was having to walk around 20 minutes to half an hour to uni and back. So I feel like I was using a lot of energy, so I needed to get a lot of energy back. Sometimes it does get a bit difficult when you're bulking. You kind of have to remind yourself that you have to keep eating to hit your targets, but sometimes it is a bit easier. Sometimes you'll feel like you do need all the energy and all the food. So it does come down to discipline, because you need to meet your targets to make the progress that you want. Looking back at my diet, I also had some variation. So I didn't just have chicken and rice every single day. Sometimes I would mix it up. Sometimes I'd make a stir fry. Sometimes I'd make spaghetti bolognese, just so I could rotate different foods in. But a lot of the time, I am keeping the foods the same, just so I don't have to think about the different foods and how much calories they have, how much protein is in there. I have a set amount of calories and protein because I know the foods that I'm going to eat. So I know the targets that I'm going to hit. So because I have set foods, I know how much I'm going to be eating. So that's my diet when I was bulking. Hopefully you can take some inspiration in terms of the foods or even the principles that I've used and apply it to yourself. Ideally, you want to be bulking for at least 6 months so you can see a significant change in your body and your strength before you start cutting. And then you can go on that cycle again. That's my bulking diet that took me from 74 kilograms to 89 kilograms. If you have any questions, you can leave them down in the comments. I'll see you in the next one. Peace.